EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Jacksonville. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
A first carry now for Thompson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice tough run inside, and he gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Thompson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hey, watch it. General West.
And off to Thompson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Eifert. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
A 7-yard pickup.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. Fourth down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. That took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. Throwing now is Allen. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here in the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long.
Hey, echo. Let's make these babies cry all the way. X3, 218, chop. Let's make these babies cry all the way, man. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Let's go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Bravo. Go, go, go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. The open man is Shark. It's complete. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. Jaguars. DJ Shark. 99 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll throw from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
The Jaguars take over.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back. 58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Here I come.
This is Thompson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Mike 49.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Mike 49. Hey, I these traps. Let's go. On the double.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Lucky. Check it out, Reed. 22 jet bomber. There.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Bills are going to use the 1st of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
3rd and goal.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
49.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Flushed out right. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Lambo on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Good. Makes the score Jaguars 14, Bills nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 20.
He's going to go deep for Beasley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Bye-bye, Beasley. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown,
Cole Beasley. As the first half is winding down. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Now the extra point.
The extra point.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Minshew. And Conley's got it over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Catch short of the marker by just a yard, leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They give it here to Thompson, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Off play action, it's Minshew. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And quick throw here, that's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
It's Allen, forced out to his left. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. Fighting down past the 45. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play for the Bills on third down. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley.
Allen's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 22-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. And again, it's Allen. Goes right side.
That ties the game.
He's got it.
14.
So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out.
Get me! Let's go! Let's go!
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fielded in the back of the end zone.
You thought you had it.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Slam, slam, slam. Protein spill.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A.J. Epinesa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
49, 49, guys. Yeah, yeah. That's trash. That's trash. Hey, seam 6.
And that'll set them back 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on second down now, Minshew. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Six, bullet high. 49. Hey, we heavy on the edge. Hey, Alpha. 49.
Here's Minshew. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
44, Mike, 44. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check. Go. Jump. Go. Watch Bobo. I'm trying to connect.
They'll look to throw. On the slant, this is Chart. And he will have a first down here at the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
40-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Check, nickel. Check. Fresno. 61, matchbox. Ready?
On the carry, Thompson. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Shit. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They run with Thompson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Number 34.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Minshew sets to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
At the 11.
That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Now a first and 10 at the 11. They toss it to Thompson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give him the advantage.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Bills 14. Josh Lambo to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Bills
and Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
Their own 25-yard line.
Come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they'll work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Joe Short on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
Now Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now. But he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Jacksonville. Throwing on first down is Minshew. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
I'm ready to take over, baby.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
49-yard line.
On first down, Thompson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
218, chop. Check 9, check 9. Look at me. Go, go.
On second down, it's Thompson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Hey, I 7.
Back to throw here. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Intercepted by the Vikings.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game. and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Justin Jefferson.
23 yards on the play.
23 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
First down.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first down throw for Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. A former Seminole back home in Florida, it's Dalvin Cook. And he gets this early to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Justin Jefferson.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. To the air again, it's Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Well, they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Again, it's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, he's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodging 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now Cousins on 4th down. This is intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Silver. Mark 50. Watch the screen.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe.
Made by Michael Pierce. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 2nd and 9, Minshew. He completes it to Westbrook. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. 12 yards there and a first down.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run the counter. Thompson. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Complete.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts.
22 yards.
As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Cousins. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down, Vikings.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Cousins again. And this is going to be incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 2nd down, Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown,
25 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of the second quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
At the 25.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Smooth. 6'6", bullet high. Check 55. Leo. Push him back.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, turn it out. Mike, 50 now. Right there in the middle, 55. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. 55 is my guy, 55.
Now Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Results in a 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. KJ Osborne deep for Minnesota. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go play action. Cousins. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 33
yards that time.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The ball carrier.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds and kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The strong windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Comes to Cook, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
56.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson.
Intended for
2nd down.
34. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Back at the 21-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
We got 3.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the twist. Hey, Echo. Check my 15. Mike is a 15. Check my 15. Man out.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
4-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
56 to Muck, boy. 56.
And they take a knee.
Cousins on the keeper.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Bailey's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Off play action, it's Minshew. Looking long for Westbrook. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
And the blitz does come. Escaping the pressure right. comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Yeah, they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Glennon hit. He loses the football. It's out. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now... right out of the 2-minute break. We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Jaguars 14-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. 17. And that miss should just about right have finished to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 64 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to have some defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Tonight's final score, Vikings 17.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.